This week is Digital Citizenship Week. This is an ideal time to talk to our students about various subjects when it comes to being a responsible digital citizen. You can talk to them about subjects including internet safety, privacy, or even cyberbullying.
Right, and on today's episode, we're going to focus on security. And your number one line of defense when it comes to security is creating a good password. And we're going to show you how on this week's episode of IT Weekly. As educators, one of our more important responsibilities is to keep our students' information private.
Right, exactly. And one of the primary ways that we do that is through a single sign-on solution. What this does, it allows us to access multiple applications with one login instead of multiple applications with multiple logins. The application that we use to manage all of this is NC Cloud.
One of the first lines of defense that you have from securing your information online is creating a strong password. You want to make sure that your password is not something that someone can easily guess about you. For example, you don't want your password to be your birthday. You also don't want your password to be something too generic either. You don't want your password to be the word password or the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What you should do to have a secure password is make sure that you have at least 8 characters, and you want to make sure your password is a mixture of capital letters and lowercase letters, and also numbers and symbols. For example, when we go into our NC Cloud and we want to change our password, we can click Profiles and then select Change Password. It gives us some guidelines and some minimum requirements that we have to follow to create a password, and then we can enter that password down here at the bottom, making sure they meet those guidelines.
One of the important things that we want to reiterate is the importance of making sure that your password has multiple characters, and that is going to be the key structure when developing a strong password.
You're absolutely right. And you know, another place that we store important information is inside Google Drive. And a great way to keep that information secure is by changing your password on a frequent basis.
One of the primary ways you can keep your information safe online is by changing your password on a regular basis. Many applications will preset this for you and require you to change your password every 60 or 90 days. But not all applications do that. For example, in our Google Drive does not require us to change our passwords after any given period of time. But if we want to change our Google Drive password, we can go here and click on our account and select My Account. Then you will click on the first tab where it says Sign In and Security. You can click where it says Signing In to Google. Over here, it'll give you the last time your password was changed. You can click on that arrow next to that, sign in with your current Google account, and then you'll have the option to create a new password.
So with Google Drive being a cloud storage option, it is extremely important that we continue to change our passwords frequently.
Right, and with the increased use of our cloud storage options, there's also more of a reliance on our mobile devices. So it's very important to make sure that when it comes to accessing our mobile devices, that we develop a very strong passcode.
With the increased use of mobile devices, it's important to make sure that you establish a strong passcode. You do not want your passcode to be something that can be easily connected to you, such as an anniversary or a birthday. It's important to make sure that when you create your passcode, that you do not share it with anyone. You want to make sure that it stays only with you. To set up your passcode, you simply go to Settings and you can select Passcode. Now, I've already established a passcode for myself. If you have not done so, then this is where you would be able to create one. Once you enter your passcode, you will have the ability to turn it off or on, or to even change the passcode to a more secure option.
One strategy that you can try when developing a strong passcode is, instead of developing a number passcode, you come up with a word instead, and then you can use the numbers associated with the letters in that word.
It's a great strategy. Another good strategy, because you're having multiple passcodes between different services, a great strategy is to use a base passcode and then change the numbers and the letters depending on that service. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys check us out next week for another edition of IT Weekly.